A blessed day to all of you. Now, today, being our first day of VBS, we are going to learn how to sketch on our canvas. Now, your canvas looks like this, only without a drawing on it. I did my drawing. I actually did a video for it, but there's something went wrong. So now I have to show you how to do it on a paper. But this is what your canvas would look like without the picture. Now, you are creating a picture similar to this, but with your own ideas. Now, you're doing your own work. You're learning to do it from scratch. Hopefully, you will build a skill here that you can take with you for life, where you can actually paint and draw. Okay? Now, before you can even before you can even paint on your canvas, you need to sketch. You're not professionals as yet. When you become a professional, you can just freestyle paint. But we're going to sketch first, and then tomorrow we are going to start our painting. We're taking our painting in phases. So by Thursday, we should have the completed painting. Okay, tomorrow we're going to learn how to mix and match our colors to get different areas covered. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate what we're doing on our canvas on paper. So to draw the mountain or sketch the mountain is quite easy. It's like you're taking the V and you're turning it down. So locate about halfway of your paper, of your canvas, sorry. Your canvas would be square. So you locate about halfway and you start to sketch. Remember, you're sketching 5 mountains. So it's simple, as I said. You start with a V, an upside down V. So this is my upside down V. Now I can continue like this. I stop a piece way because I want to put a mountain in right here. Okay? And so that's 3. I want to have 5 because we're looking at 5 different days. So we put our V. And there you have it. 5 mountains. You can choose to do your mountains up here, extras and so on, but today we're looking at 5 mountains. Now you're not going to press heavily on your pencil. You want to sketch it light. So if you make a mistake, you can always erase it. Okay? When you're sure of the mountain you want, you're going to now take your pencil and deepen the lines. You can even try to make the lines a little wavy to give the mountain a rough like effect, so it doesn't look too straight and perfect. Okay, so now this is after you would have drawn your mountains. You can deepen your lines. So this is my finished product before I paint. That's what my mountain would look like. Okay, now you're doing that on your canvas. Hopefully it will not move as much as my paper is moving. But that's what you're going to do for your mountain. Okay, now when you finish sketching in your mountain, let me see if I can deepen this. It's moving a lot, so I find it challenging. Okay, good. Now when you're finished sketching your mountain, you know that after the mountain you will have to have some water. Now mountains, water comes from through the mountains. So we're going to select any point in which we see. Any of these points you can use, any of these points to make your water. So I'm going to use this corner. You can use any of the corners. And you're going to just simply draw a curly, wavy line, any direction you want it to go. That's the start of your river. The next thing you're going to do is take another line out, a little bit out, and that's what you're going to continue with. This time, you're expanding it as you go. You're expanding the line so your river will become bigger. right? Now, when you're done with that, because it's fine from the top, as if you're looking at an image from a distance, you know that from a distance, the mountain may seem small, but as you get closer to it, it gets large. So we're looking at the mountain as if we're looking at it small. So the water itself, the tip of the river, will be small from a distance. But as you come closer, it should become larger. Okay? So you want to sketch out your river to make it larger. When you've done with your final product, or your final work, you deepen your lines. Okay? You deepen your lines. Never mind me, the paper is making me quite uncomfortable because it's moving. All right. So that's the river. Now, when you're going to paint your river, you know your water is going to have to look blue. Although Guyana doesn't really have that. But you're going to make your water blue and you'll put some white streaks of paint in there to give it the effect as though the water is flowing. Now, let's not talk about that for now. So now we have our mountains. We have our river. On top of that, we want to put our sun. So our sunlight will take somewhere here. All of this will be considered sky. Your sun will be shining brightly there. And you want to have your clouds. The clouds are usually like cotton. So you just simply make your clouds, okay? You just do whatever is comfortable, you make your clouds. And so you're going to have to paint your clouds when the time comes. Okay? So there you have it, a sketch of your mountains. Now to beautify it, you can throw in a tree or anything else. So let's see, I want to put a tree in. This side is quite uncomfortable because the paper is moving. So I'm going to put one over this side just because of the comfort. But you can use any of these two sides to make your tree. And it's quite simple. What you do is simply draw a line that's a little curve and it's coming down. That's all you're doing. Draw a line that's a little curve and coming down. You can draw another one that comes out a bit and you put another one to make it a point. So this is your bottom part of your tree. And so this is what you do. You just like how you did your clouds, you make some jointy movements, squiggly curly lines, and your tree is set. Okay? So that's your tree. If you want to do all the fancy leaves, that's fine, but it would take you a lot of time to paint it. So we go with a simple tree. And so there you have it. The idea of your mountains would be like this. Your river, your grass, and so will come in these areas. So it may look plain, but when you finish painting it, it will not be like this. Your sunlight and your clouds. You can decide to use any other image you want to put there. If you want to put another tree, that's fine. If you want to put some little grass, but a tall type, that's fine. If you want to put something else within your image, that's fine. But remember, we need to have at the end of the week 5 mountains. And so there you have it. The mountain collage is sketched. Tomorrow we will paint.
Wow.